No organization is responsible for the content of this video. All errors and omissions are the sole responsibility of myself, David Iverson. This video must not be your only source of information. Please attend official USSA educational opportunities. Please download official USSA educational materials.
Okay, we're going to do several videos on being a gatekeeper or being a gate judge, because it's something that a lot of people are very intimidated by, but it is a very, very important part of ski racing. And so we're just going to go through it, and we're going to take our time, and we're going to show you a lot of different things, and you can watch and learn, and hopefully at the end of it you'll have a better idea about what's going on. Okay, so first off, somebody's going to give you hopefully a nice big brightly colored vest that you can put on, and it should have a nice little pocket here, and you can put your clipboard in your pocket, etc., etc. But that's not what we're going to get at right now. You're also going to have a gate judge card, and the gate judge card is going to have a front, and it's going to have a back, and it should hopefully be on cardstock and not just flimsy paper. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, rather than having the double-sided format on cardstock, here I have some flimsy paper, all just one side, so that we can see everything all at once. Okay, so let's just read through the instructions as we go through this. Well, first off, we have a bunch of header information here, and right here, and let's just fill out the header information first. Okay, so before we even get started, we need to know some things about where we are. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing imaginary race, and it's going to be a men's race, and we'll say that it's the second run of the men's race, and we're going to say that it's a giant slalom. Slalom is really the hard thing to gatekeep, but I'm going to do a lot on slalom later, so don't worry. We're going to just start off with giant slalom. The date, let's say the date is going to be February 16th, 2011. Why not? And then the gatekeeper name, I'll put myself down as the gatekeeper, David Iverson. So I can fill that all out before anything happens. Okay? Now, when I go out on the course, let's say that I get assigned to gates. Well, I'm going to go up to the top of the course, and I'm going to slide down with the head gatekeeper, and the head gatekeeper is going to stop me at a certain point and say, okay, you're going to go from this gate to that gate, and the first gate you're going to start off with is going to be gate 4, and the last gate you're going to have is gate 8. So I'm going to have gates 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now I've got all this that I can fill out right now, and I'm out on the hill, and I got 4 through 8, and I don't yet know whether I've got no faults or faults. Okay, now this is really critical on the back. So blue flags are diamonds, red flags are circles, and @ sign is the gatekeeper's position. Okay, so I had 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so let's say I started with a blue flag, and the blue flag goes like this, and then I've got red, blue, red, blue. So we're going to just do it really nice and easy, and we're going to say that my first blue gate was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's my gates. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now, where am I going to be standing? Well, I'm going to be standing right here. So that's where I'm going to be standing. And the natural race line, here is the natural race line. Don't worry about making it, to scale. Just that's what should happen. Okay. So the very first thing that I've done when I have gotten out and I've been assigned to gates 4 through 8 is I've drawn a diagram of my little section of the course with blue gates in diamond, red gates in circles. The gates are numbered, and my position is located with an @ Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy 4 of those diagrams just exactly like I had it, without the race line. And you're going to see here in a second what's going on. Okay, so I jumped ahead and I just filled it all out. And so here, once again, I want to make sure that you understand it's really, really critical that you do some work before the race starts. And the work that you have to do before the race starts is you got to fill out the gender of the race, the run of the race, the date of the race, what discipline it is, and your name. When you get out on the hill, the head gatekeeper is going to assign you to certain gates. I chose 4 through 8. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a diagram of the gates that you have. Blue gates are going to be diamonds, red gates are going to be circles. You're going to number them 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or whatever numbers you have. You're going to draw the normal race line in this box here, and then you're going to put an @ symbol here, or @ symbol wherever you're standing. So wherever you're standing relative to those gates, that's where the @ symbol goes. And now, without the race line, you copy this diagram 1, 2, 3 more times. Now your race card is ready to go. Okay, so now as we're running the race, well, let's assume that we're going to have some faults. Okay, so let's assume that, so what we're going to have is I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. Okay, 1, racer's going to come in, they're going to get 4 correctly, they're going to get 5 correctly, and then for 6 they're going to miss 7, and then they're going to continue, and they're going to just say, gosh, I didn't really like gate 7 anyways, and they kind of got late on that gate, and so then they just went through and they did 8. Well, now the critical thing is, what bib number did that? Now, the bib number that we're going to choose to do this was bib 26. So now under racer numbers, racer number 26 did this. And so over here on the front, I'm going to write bib 26 fault. And now that I've got a fault for bib 26, my card is going to have faults. So up here I'm going to have faults. Okay. So now let's see what happens for another one. Somebody else comes over. suppose this is giving people problems. So somebody else comes over and they kind of got juiced out like that, and then they continue down. Okay, so what they did here, they're all having problems. They're all having problems at gate 7. So this is racer 32. 32 also has a fault, and so they, instead of missing on the inside, they missed all the way on the outside. And I'll explain in another video about GS, and you'll be able to see pretty clearly. So they went around the outside of the GS gate, and so they did not break that plane. These guys up here did not break that plane, and so that's a fault. Let's see, what was the last one that I wanted to do? I think we're just going to leave it right at that. There's another scenario that I was thinking about, but I'll leave it for right now. Now, suppose bib 85 comes down and does the exact same thing that racer 32 does. Well, if bib 85 does the exact same thing that racer 32 does, then all I have to do is put a little add 85 to this diagram. So 85 and 32 did the exact same thing, and suppose 95 or 93, bib 93 does the exact same thing over here. Okay, so now that's going to be a completed gate judge card for an imaginary situation where we had a whole bunch of gates, and basically gate 6 and gate 7 were giving people problems. These guys just skipped it on the inside, these guys went around the outside, and it was 26 and 93 that did this, 32 and 85 did this. And I got all my header information filled out correctly. Okay, so that is a brief introduction to what I would want to see, the components of filling out a Gatekeeper card.